Hi there, Visionary family, and welcome back to another one with Lady Visionary. If you're new to my channel, please do go ahead and smash that red subscribe button and become part of this amazing family that's growing here on YouTube. I'm live right now. I am live from Rwanda. That's where I'm currently based. I've relocated from the UK and I'm now living here in Rwanda and living my best life. Um, there's lots happening in the world right now, and you guys have seen the topic. You guys have seen the topic. Lots going on. The president of Tanzania, John Magufuli, has sadly passed away at the age of just 61 years. And it's said that he passed away from heart disease, I believe. This was apparently an ongoing battle that he has been having for the last, say, 10 years. There's also a lot of conspiracy around his death. He was one of the presidents who, the president who, he didn't believe the coronavirus was real, and people weren't wearing masks in Tanzania. He wasn't wearing a mask. He wasn't for the vaccines and everything like that. So people are thinking whether he was basically killed. I don't know what to think. I'm like, my mind's kind of mixed up with regards to what really happened, because a couple of weeks ago he was walking strong, he looked quite healthy, but unfortunately he's now no more. He's no longer anymore. And I know, like, I was in Tanzania this year, and Tanzania is a very beautiful country. I was in Dar es Salaam, also in Zanzibar, and I was just like really touring around the country. My first time in Tanzania, I could see that Tanzania was really developing, the roads were being built, there were plans for the railway. So it looked really, really exciting for Tanzania. And I spoke to a lot of the local people, and they would seem to be quite impressed with the job that Magufuli was doing on the ground. They spoke about how he's really transformed the country, and he really had a vision for the country going forward. So a lot of Tanzanians were really positive as their president. So I know right, and even us, the aspirants, we are. It's just something that we didn't expect. It really was something that we didn't expect. It came on so sudden, and my condolences to his family and everybody. Like his passing has been felt. It's been really felt. Like a lot of people are sad. A lot of people are really, really sad. Like we didn't really expect this. So yeah, I know, as I said, that he from heart disease. What I must say, he did pass away by, if he did pass away because of heart disease, I know that heart disease is a big problem amongst the Black community in America, in Europe, and what we're seeing right now, even in Africa, is that there's a transition with regards to diseases. So there's an increase in heart diseases amongst our people. So heart disease, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, stroke, is becoming an increasing trend on the continent. And one of the reasons that is because a lot of the times continental Africans were trying to emulate things of the West. And so, we're seeing that infiltrate on the continent, and that's sort of causing a lot of heart about this, because a lot of you guys know that my background care. I've done extensive research around cardiovascular disease amongst our population, and I know it's a big, big concern, and I just want to take the time to really advise everybody out there to say, just really look after yourself. Make sure you check current to vascular disease, make you're changing your lifestyle, eating right, exercising right, if you have your medications that you're taking, or maybe you tried or you're trying sort of herbal remedies, make sure that you are on top of your health, because cardiovascular disease is a growing trend, and we're seeing a lot, or an increase in cardiovascular diseases amongst continental Africans. I will send out the link in a moment just to hear from you guys. I'm not here very long. So I just wanted to hear from you guys in terms of, what you guys think about the passing of John Magufuli, whether you believe that it was actually by a cardiovascular event or something else. There's a lot of conspiracy around it, but I don't really know what to really think right now. I'm just like, what? Like, I was so surprised when I woke up this morning, turned on my phone, and I was receiving messages. I was like, no, what? This is not real. And I went onto YouTube and I saw that, it was a lot of people videos out about this, and I was just like, wow, this is real. What? Like, it's unbelievable, Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm just going to go through and see your comments, what you guys are saying out in the comments. I will send out the link if anybody wants to come in and have a chat, if they have anything valuable to add to the conversation. This was a president who was doing magnificent things for Tanzania. Like, so many Tanzanians were like rooting for him. When I was in Tanzania in January, no, I went in December, and I came New Year. And as I said, I met so many Tanzanians that were like so proud of him and the work that he was doing, and his work around corruption. And, even like, the poorest of the poor really supported Magufuli and his work that he was doing in the country. So I know that this is something that's not so many people from even the diaspora who moved to Tanzania because they loved his governance and everything that he stood for. So nobody really saw this coming. And like, there's so much happening in the world right now, the pandemic, or the plandemic, as some of you guys call it. We didn't expect it. We didn't see this whole thing coming, but it's just come and hit us, and we've just got to find a way to sort of stay strong and move forward, because it has impacted so many lives, like across the globe right now. So many plans that we had that are hindered, so many stumbling blocks as a result of this whole situation, also with the pandemic, as I said, some of you guys like to say. I want to greet every single one of you guys who are in the building right now. Please do go ahead and like this live stream if you haven't already. Joyce is saying, rest in peace, President Magufuli. Hello to you and welcome. Greetings, Lady Visionary. God bless Magufuli. Saying being in a 10-day mourning or something like that. And they're obviously preparing for the funeral. Like, I'm just like, wow, is this real? Like, my God, it's crazy. In the building, and she's saying, hi, Lady Visionary. Pauline is in the building. Rest in eternal peace, President Magufuli. These are treacherous times we are living in. That's so true. Like, guys, like, like when I was in the UK, they were talking a lot about like COVID, and like, we're hitting those times, and we're about to pass those times of hardship, but I really don't. Thing has just continued and continued. I was expecting that by the end of last year, this would have, like, yes, it's come and gone, but we're still dealing with it. I'm here in Rwanda, and yeah, like, so much is happening, but we're all trying to stay strong, and that's all I can say. Let's all try to stay strong. Let's let this us. It's crazy times we're living in right now, crazy serious times. So yeah, we've just got to be alert, be aware, be very conscious about what's happening right now. I have sent out the link if anybody wants to come and speak to me about what they think is going on, what went on. Do you think he died from a cardiac or heart disease event, as they say? Or, is there some sort of foul play in all of this? Because I don't know what to think. I have mixed opinions with regards to it. As I said, like they could have seen him like maybe as a threat if like obviously the pandemic is real and nobody's wearing masks. But the thing about it, when I was in Tanzania, guys, I'm not gonna lie, when I was in Tanzania, there were certain government institutions that you could not enter without wearing your mask. Even when we went to go and get COVID tested, because that was a requirement to come back to Rwanda because I flew from Rwanda. Coming back from Tanzania, the government has places that you can be tested for COVID. You gain your certificate, but so there you could not enter those establishments without your mask, and even hospitals. We found that you couldn't enter the mask. So, did Magufuli really believe that it was real? Like, there were measures in place against the pandemic, although as a whole, you would see that the country wasn't wearing a mask. But as I said, when you went into some institutions, you were not allowed to enter without wearing a mask. So, guys, I really don't know. Some people thought, I think I also heard that people think that he may have contracted COVID and as a result died from COVID because obviously he had underlying conditions. But I really don't know what to think. And as I said, like I was in Tanzania and I could see a lot of development that was happening. He was really doing great things for the country, like trying to move the country forward, working a lot on corruption, trying to drive corruption down. So, what is the future of Tanzania now? Obviously there has to be another great leader. But I know a lot of this loss is deeply felt by the Tanzanian people and people from the diaspora who really looked up to John Magufuli and his great work that he was doing. Yeah, guys, let's have a look at what you guys are saying. Okay. What was weird was the whole mystery about his whereabouts before announcing death. Yes, like people were saying like where is he? Where is he? But I think basically he was, you know, like obviously they've come out and said that he passed away, and he was actually in the hospital in Dar es Salaam. So maybe he was in hospital all along, but they were trying to just keep quiet and hoping that he would make recovery. But guys, I really don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. But I know there's a lot of conspiracy on the internet right now. People don't believe that he just died like that. Like that, people believe there was some sort of foul play because of the fact that he, and I think the World Health Organization reach out to him, advising him to put measures in place around the pandemic, the COVID-19. But he obviously wasn't really responding to that. He's anti-vaccine, and right now there's a lot of promoting of the vaccine because even the UK, they've started rolling out vaccines. America as well. Here in Rwanda, they've started rolling out the vaccines, but then obviously there's a lot of people who are skeptical about the whole vaccine thing. So it was like, do we need to kind of eliminate him because we need to get this out? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I don't know. It's so sad to hear this. I had to play to repack Tanzania was one, and the other was Rwanda. Yeah, I know. So many people from the diaspora are opting to go to Tanzania, and that was because of John Magufuli and as again what he stood for, and what they could see for the future for Tanzania. So I know so many people are disappointed, are so sad. And from what I'm seeing from the news coverage on YouTube, so many people are just like, yeah, they're so sad. And as I said, Tanzanian are very, very sad because, in the years that he's been in power, he's really done a lot for the Tanzanian people. So, you know, he will be greatly missed. Obviously not forgotten, stood for that he was doing for Tanzania and its people. So Ruby saying that is a big blow considering the stance and mindset. He will be missed. Oh, most definitely he will be missed. Like, as I said, from what Tanzania, like when I was there and how like Tanzanian was speaking so highly of him, I know that he will be greatly missed. And as I said, like from what I could see in Tanzania when I was there, like earlier, like in December, sorry, like there was a lot of development happening, and I was asking Tanzanians, like, you know, where do you see the country in the next sort of 5 years? And they said, you know, things are moving with Magufuli, things are really moving quickly in terms of development, and you know, it's looking really, really prosperous, it's looking great. So it's just a really, really sad, it's just really, really sad that you know, his passing you know, I don't even know what to say, guys. It's just sad. It's just really sad. Okay. Medjay is saying, damn, yeah, so many people are crying. Like when I heard about it this morning, I was just, my whole body went numb. I was like, what? What? And then I told my husband, he was like, what? Like we really couldn't believe it, guys. We really couldn't believe it. But like some of you may have seen like what I posted on my community tab today. It's like, you know, this has happened, but you know, we have to heal, because we have to heal and, you know, learn something from all of this and keep on pushing, keep on going. Like there's so much work to be done here on the motherland. And also I think that's why so many people from the diaspora obviously are choosing to come here. It's like, you know, our ancestors are calling us back, and there's so much work that needs to be done. So as much as we're like so broken and, you know, we need to heal from this, we must remember that there's so much work ahead, and we must keep focused. But you know, we are sad about the passing of John Magufuli, because of he was such a great person and doing great things for Tanzania. Not everybody obviously agreed with some of the things that he stood for, like especially around the pandemic, but you can't, he, there was so much more to come from him. So yes, the Tanzanian people are sad. We, the diaspora, we are sad. You know, we're mourning with the people, because we feel this loss. You know. Okay, right. I'm just going through more of your comments, guys. Please don't smash that like button, and you can support Lady Visionary with a super chat. Any of my lives. How long shall they kill out prophets when we stand aside and look? Here be but exactly, like I don't know. Ingrid is in the building. Hello from Orlando, Lady Visionary. Mama Africa is saying, we are mourning for our beloved dear Sir President Raj John, yeah, Joseph Pombe Magufuli. Yes, of course, most definitely we are, you know. Like past, like he will be missed. He will, because I was somebody who was like, obviously I'm here in Rwanda, and here they're doing great things as well. The president is doing great things here, but I was also quite excited because I just wanted to see more of what John Magufuli was bring to the table, you know. So like, you know, and this was only a couple of months ago that I was in Tanzania, and I was just like, wow, my first time in Tanzania, like, wow, you know, this is really great. Like, you know, we're starting to see changes on the continent, and, you know, people are speaking so highly of, and, you know, so for me, I was just like, right, I'm just keeping my eyes peeled, seeing what is next for Tanzania. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so sad that this has happened in such short term in office. Medjay saying good evening. Yes, it's good evening here in Rwanda. Rest in peace. May our brave brother rest in peace. Ben Carl. Wow, like I don't know. People are saying this that he was killed, like they think he was killed. Like, guys, I don't know. Like, there's just so much going on right now. It's overwhelming, I tell you. It's overwhelming, but we need to keep our eyes peeled. We need to be conscious. We need to be aware of what is happening in our world today because it is real crazy, crazy stuff. And, people will go to lengths to do what they have to do to eliminate who they have to eliminate. So, and we're seeing that, we're seeing that transpire. But we're not sleeping. Obviously, we are very much aware, and it's good to be critical. It's good to be critical, not to just take everything as face value. That's why I'm not sure, because obviously they said that he was battling with heart disease for the last 10 years. So potentially it could be the heart disease that he's died from. Could it be foul play that's, he like interfered? Like, I don't know. Pauline, Mama Africa, exactly. When you think of what he stood for, this all too suspicious for my liking. Yeah, a lot of us are very, very suspicious. Like, it's definitely suspicious. You know what I mean? It's definitely suspicious. But okay, I'm just reading through more of your comments, guys. Bear with me. If you haven't already done so, please do smash the like button. Um, Rukundo's in the building saying hello, family. Don't let this stop the movement, brothers and sisters. We must move forward, and that's really it. That's like one of my messages that I wanted to really highlight. It's like we've all been hit by this. We didn't expect this. We didn't see this coming. A lot of us will say we did not see this coming. Like, just like the pandemic, we just did not see this coming, and it is just so sad. Like, a lot of us are heartbroken by what has happened. The passing of this great president. A lot of us are feeling sad, like, what do we do now? But we still, as Ingrid says, don't let this stop the movement, brothers and sisters. We must keep moving forward. And I totally agree with you, Ingrid. And that's what I'm doing. I encourage you guys to keep on moving forward. That's what I'm going to do, because there's so much work to be done, and we're not going to let this stop us. Like our ancestors are saying, you are not going to let this stop you guys, because they had to endure so much, and look, we're still here. So we got to keep on fighting. Magufuli had the same policy Sweden had in terms of lockdowns, but they verified him while praising the so-called Swedish pandemic model. It was a setup. Ooh, there's so much around this. There's so much, like, like, obviously with when it comes to Africa anyway, they're never going to portray us in the most positive light. They will always shine the better light at Europe and the Americas. You know what I mean? Like, they would never put us in the spotlight. Never, never. No matter how much the different countries try to emulate and bend backwards for the West. They will never shine that light bright on us, because they feel like we don't deserve it. We're not. Yeah. So Daniel Vela is in the building. Hello and welcome. The great ones who stand for building and change in Africa are the ones taken early, yet the evil corrupt survived. Rest in peace, President Magufuli. Most definitely. I hear you. People are saying that. People are like the ones that are building Africa and trying to transform Africa. They're the ones that are going, like, like, I don't know, there seems to be some sort of pattern here. So people are very aware of it, which is great. People are aware, and as I said, we're not sleeping. We're not stupid, and we're not sleeping. So, like, we're not going down without a fight. We're very powerful people. I think our ancestors have really proven that to us, like, that we are very, very strong people. Like, we've got this resilience, and just I don't know, it's in our blood. It's in our blood. Um, okay, Medjay saying, sadly, Sister Lady Visionary, I don't think it was COVID that killed him. The President Magufuli insists, I'm convinced heart failure got him. Unfortunately, has an African male, him having a heart attack at 61 matches the stats. Yeah, so that's obviously partly what I was saying, is that there is a growing trend with regards to cardiovascular disease amongst the Black population. Also, what they're seeing right now is then there's an increase in terms of cancer and other cardiovascular diseases here on the African continent, and basically what you're seeing is that there's a reverse in Europe and the Americas, but on the African continent, there is an increase with regards to heart disease. So like what I'm saying is, this is obviously to also bring awareness that we need to also look after our health. We need to change our habits of eating, and the way that we do things. So we really need to change our lifestyle and look after ourselves, because unfortunately the Black population, we are suffering a lot from a lot of diseases such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and stress, and all of those things that are related. So it's good to just be aware of that and to highlight that as well. If only the other countries in the continent will just bound together and unify their powers that cannot win. Exactly, you have the likes of Kwame Nkrumah that was talking about, you know, um, one Africa, just coming together and uniting, and the strength in numbers and how powerful we can be. But I think obviously what we're seeing is that is happening slowly. Some of you may argue that it's not happening fast enough, but it is happening. So I think that's kind of the missing puzzle, is the unity amongst Africa and the different countries. Like that's the missing puzzle. Like if only we could just like only the brain can just switch on, and for us to just like unite with such force and drive. Like there's so much that can be done, and so it's so unfortunate that we're still kind of lagging behind in that sense, because this is a message that's been preached for so long. Unity amongst Africa, and power in unity, power in numbers. Until we really realize that, until we start connecting those dots, there'll be a lot of room for penetration from outside, So that's the sad part, guys. That's the sad part. Okay, let's see what more of you guys are saying. If you haven't already, please do smash on that like button, support Lady Visionary with the super chat and all the work that I'm doing here in Rwanda. Rukundo is saying the good thing about Tanzania is something like the chaos in the, they're taking the news with dignity and grace. Yes, that's what I'm seeing, which is really good. That's what I'm seeing. T Shields is in the building. Them devils got to Magufuli. We know what really happened. Ooh, guys. Okay. We are all on this earth temporarily. We need to make every day count, most definitely. Someone was saying death has no boundaries, and it's so true. Like, and that's how I think. Like, we only have one life, we only have one chance. Some of us may say like we had near misses, like the fact that I almost lost my life not too long ago. I nearly got hit by a bus here in Rwanda. But overall we only have one chance, and that's why I say like let's do our best whilst we have the chance, because we only have one chance, we only live once. So let's do our best, let's position ourselves to do our best, let's live our best life now, because we only have one chance. And don't let anyone discourage you. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, just go out there and do it. Like if you don't do it, if you don't take those steps forward, you will never know. So, and you always have it in the back of your mind, like, what if I had done this, or what if I was 15 or 20 years younger, I would do this. And that's one of the reasons why I've just decided as well that, you know what, I just want to, I have this drive, I have this passion to be on the continent, to influence change, to be a part of development in Africa, to really live my, showcase my life and experience and show that we can live a good quality life here on the continent, you know, and do it. And I just got up and did it. And, you know, people saying, oh, you know, you're so young to think like this, and you're so young to do this and this and this. But that was always something to be in a position where I was right. If I was 15 or 20 years younger, I would have done this. And so that's why I'm living my life the way I want it. And that's why I made that move, relocate from, you know, a position where you know so much about that life, you so used to the West and how like living in the West, and you know, like making such a big decision with your family to say, you know what, I'm just going to come and try to live my best life. A lot to do that, and I'm doing it, and I'm loving it. I have no regrets whatsoever, because for me it's like whatever happens, happens whilst I wouldn't want to be living it any other way. So I encourage you to step outside your comfort zone, step outside the box, you know, don't let anything confine you. If there's anything that you've always wanted to do, go out there and do it. You only have one chance at this life. You only live once. Okay, Medjay. Lady Visionary sadly got to understand, due to the extreme dreadful sanitary living condition, most Africans, specifically males, have that. Oh, that's pretty much it. I hear you. Miles is in the building. Tell us not to fall into conspiracy theories and let us pick up the torch and go forward with his plan. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's partly, you know, really didn't, I don't want to believe in all of these conspiracy theories, but again, you know, we have to be open to the possibilities, but definitely shouldn't let that be a hindrance. Rather, we should think about what we could learn from him and how we can bring that and use that to propel Africa forward. T Shields, I'm African American, and my African American community had to deal with slavery, John Crow segregation, and so much more. So we can endure this tragedy and we'll continue on. I agree. I definitely agree. We can definitely power on. Ruby saying the real key is still the diaspora coming back. Yes, the diaspora, we need to still be motivated to come back. Apparently, there are more Ghanaian doctors in New York than the entire Ghana, more Nigerian doctors in California than in Nigeria. Yes, that is 100%, 100% correct. Yeah, like Africa's like all the its skills, like as you say with Ghana and even Nigeria and doctors, like the skills are going abroad, you know. If you look, even look in like the statistics with regards to the numbers of Nigerian doctors in the UK, yeah, and in America in comparison to those actually in Nigeria, it's sad. It's very sad. So we need to come back home, as you were saying. The diaspora, we need to keep that drive, the motivation, and come home. Ben Carl is saying Donald Trump is 100 years old, overweight, eats junk food, 24 COVID, and surviving add. Guys, right, okay, right, guys, I'm not here for very long. Bear with me. Yes, at T Shields, you are right. Slavery and colonization, and yet we are deep that. When you really like, we are, we have some resilience, we have some strength, we have some endurance. Like what our ancestors went through. Like, can you the slave dungeon, or yeah, they called it slave castle, but that's not really the right name. The slave dungeon, and they showed us that I was in the dungeon where they kept slaves shackled. They were in their own feces, limited amount of light. They showed on the walls where the feces came up. They were in their own urine and feces. Just, they weren't given an opportunity to eat well. They showed us also the branding irons from like the slave masters will have like the initial of their first name and last name. They will actually brand enslaved person. They're probably like they will put that in hot fire and they will brand you. Like what? Like, and still we are here. That to me is powerful. Okay. Ruby Keynote is saying what killed will always be up. Okay. Yes, that is the timing. Yeah, Nigeria's average life expectancy is 53 years, whereas in Israel, which is a dry bone desert, Israel average life expectancy is 82 years. I don't know how many black kids African women are pushing. Can't beat that. Okay, The difference in Israel has state-of-art healthcare facilities. Yeah, make a difference. That's something that the African continent needs to develop. Is healthcare system in different countries, and I think that's one of the concerns from a lot of people coming here from the diaspora. One of the concerns is the lack of health facilities here on the continent, but that really shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? Because we have the skills, we have the knowledge. Okay, T-Shields is saying, I don't know when, but as a global Black people, we will unite and rise, but it probably won't happen until some type of calamity, and we need to lay the blueprints to come tighter when it happens. Most definitely, like unity, I think, as I said, that's the missing puzzle. Like we know it, but still we are struggling in this area. Unity and the power in unity, the power in coming together. What will it take for us to really realize and truly, mobilize and connect the dots and just be unified? Okay. Yes, definitely. T-Shields, Ingrid is saying, agree with you totally. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, most like there's an uncomfortable feeling, but I feel like we definitely need to be aware and just know that expect the unexpected, and but then also we just need to just unite as a force in order to push forward, in order to move forward. Because I think that's the only way. That's the only way. Okay. Okay. Baby Rams is saying, I like your channel, but Magufuli died of COVID. It's not that far of a stretch that he caught it, since he was a known COVID denier and flaunted vaccinations and social distancing. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. People are saying that, he contracted COVID and, died out of COVID. And the fact that he had underlying conditions also, impacted on his survival. Golden heart. Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh, guys. Don't make me laugh. Yeah, Mashion Baines, yeah. I was saddened by his death. So many of us, seriously, so many of us. so many of us, it still feels like crazy. It's still like, I feel like, okay, what next? What is next? Like, we've just got to be prepared. Like, it's just crazy times we're living in right now, and we shouldn't be surprised because there's a lot that's going to happen. Yeah. And as you were saying, I don't know, I think it's Ingrid, if you can feel it. Let's see. Yeah, Ingrid, yeah. So I can definitely feel it as well, but we got to keep on moving forward, guys. We got to keep on moving forward. We must not be discouraged. Like, we cannot be discouraged. Like, okay, okay. They didn't wear mask and practice nutrients. Yeah, like, to be honest, when I arrived at the airport in Dar es Salaam, like, and I was wearing a mask because obviously, like, in Rwanda, it is compulsory, it is mandatory to wear a mask, and even in the aircraft, you have to wear a mask. So when I flew out from Rwanda to Tanzania, I was wearing my mask. But like, when I got to the airport in Dar es Salaam, like, people were looking at me like, I think even one of the airport officials said, like, you can take that off. So like, the whole like 2 weeks I was there, to be honest, I did not wear a mask. Because yeah, it obviously, as I said, it's not compulsory. The only time I wore a mask was when I had to go into any sort of government establishment because it was a requirement, or when I had to have um, my COVID test to come back to Rwanda. That was the only time I wore a mask. But you see, like, public transport, and in Tanzania, like, the public transport will be so full. Like, there's so many people. Like, everybody is just like living life as normal. There's no mask. They're nothing like that. But however, though, some Tanzanians that I met were saying that they know people who passed away from COVID. So I don't know. Don't know. Okay. Rukundo, in Africa, our health facilities spend too much time treating disease caused by the lack of access to clean water. Solving that issue alone will make a big difference. Yeah, so yeah, that's right, Um, yeah, the hospitals can be congested, dealing with issues around access to clean water, like cholera, worms, diarrhea, as a result of lack of access to clean water. So there's a lot of challenges obviously here on the ground. And that's why we need the diaspora. We need the strength of the diaspora as well. And we need to raise awareness amongst our African people here on the continent. I definitely believe that change is happening and it will continue to happen. But it's about us thinking about collectively, what can we bring to the table, and how can we, influence change for the better, um, in Mother Africa. Mashian Bain saying, but the vaccines are causing death. The shots are injections also. Yeah, so I've read a little bit about that. Some cases that people have passed away or died from the vaccine, but I don't know enough about that, guys. I really don't know enough to talk about that. But I know, I've read a few cases, and as I said, like, right now, there so many people are skeptical with regards to the vaccines. So, and that is for the for those people, it's a problem, because they need everybody to get their shot. So if you're going to stand in the way, you need to be eliminated. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in the world. Like, but I'm definitely being critical. I'm analyzing. I'm being critical. Um, Baby Rain Rams is saying, thanks for addressing that. Stay safe. Thank you. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Whew. Okay, someone is saying, pray for Ghana and Rwanda presidents of their string leaders that refuse to bow, and we have to cover them most definitely. This is crazy because, like, obviously, like, recently, the president of Ghana stopped the exports of cocoa beans to Switzerland. And if you guys saw that speech or talk, whatever, that conference, you would see the expression on the Swiss president's face. Like, she was not impressed. She was not impressed. So best know that, guys, they're coming after Africa. Best know it. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Because Africa has everything they want. Guys, you don't. Whew, need to understand what's happening here. And yeah, like, also, obviously there was recently, not too long ago, there was something that was trending around President Kagame, and that's where he said that democracy is not defined by the West, something along those lines, you know? So yeah, like, that's gonna stir up a lot of issues, a lot of issues. So guys, expect the unexpected. Ben Carl, all the puppet leaders in Africa will miraculously survive this pandemic. Interesting. Yeah, interesting point. As I said, like, people are seeing some sort of pattern here. So COVID is the best excuse. So why beat about the bush whilst he was missing? Just saying. Yeah, like, people, like, I heard that he was like missing for like 3 weeks. Like, is that true? Was he missing for around 2, 3 weeks? Rukundo, as much as I respect Magufuli, the people will move Africa forward, not just the presidents. Most definitely, most definitely. And that's why I say as well, like, you know, a lot of the time when people are like, oh, puppet leaders, or like, you know, oh, Africa is the way it is, or a particular country is the way it is because of the president. But also, like, think about, like, we need to just stop that blame game. I know that the presidents, definitely, they have to take accountability because they are in that position of leadership. You know, the people have elected them, and we expect them to lead well. However, like, we should also think about what, as I said, what contributions that we can make as a people, and not always pointing the finger at the president. What can you do individually, collectively, to impact change? Okay, one thing I'm doing here, I'll just briefly just tell you guys. One thing I'm doing here, and I spoke about this briefly, and I will tell you guys more about it, is that I'm starting a water project. And this water project, I'm bringing clean water to a village, right? Because the people in this village, they normally drink water from the lake. The lake water is contaminated with different things, and it's not healthy. Children drink this water. You know, they come into the clinics with so many health issues as a result of drinking dirty water, polluted water. They come with cholera, they come with diarrhea, so worms, so many other problems as a result of the dirty water they're drinking. And you know, I'm not waiting on the West or people from America, if you know what I mean, to come, or we're not just, I'm not waiting on China to say, oh, here is clean water for your village. I am mobilizing my people to bring water to a village. Like, I have had meetings with local leaders who are very supportive. It was only yesterday I was having a meeting with one of the local leaders about what I wanted to do for this village, bringing water to this village, you know. So that is just an example to say, like, look, we don't have to always wait on anybody. We can actually mobilize and make things happen. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here in Rwanda. Yes, I'm here to do business. Yes, I'm here to share my experience and my life and everything like that. But I'm also here to make an impact. I'm also here to bring about change for the people on the continent. So stop it with the blame game. What can you do? What can you do? Because, like, here in Rwanda, if you want to do something good, if you have a viable business that's sustainable, or if you have a project idea, they will support you. I am a living example of that. I'm having local leaders support what I'm doing. I presented my project to them yesterday. This is what I want to do. How can you help me? How can you help me mobilize people to make this happen? They're playing their part and I'm doing my bit. It's not an easy task, guys, to bring water to a village. It costs money, it costs time. You have to mobilize, you have to be patient. Okay, guys. Okay, T-Shills, Ghana's president already. Okay, right. We have to pray for the leaders that don't bow down to the beast and have wisdom also. That's what they want. Yes, exactly. Okay. Just, guys, if you haven't already done so, can you please smash on that like button for me? Um, right. If mask was the issue, half of the world would already be dead, especially, okay, especially in South America, South American countries. People just need to be more mindful about their nutrients and mindset. Yes, it was so confusing. The World Health Organization came out really in the early stages of this whole pandemic, and they were saying, oh, like there's no evidence to say that mask will actually prevent the disease. And then more information. Oh, actually, the World Health Organization came out again and said, oh, yeah, masks are mandatory in order to help prevent the spread of coronavirus. But here we are, you know, we actually in Rwanda, like I know also in the UK it's compulsory. Here in Rwanda it's compulsory to wear your mask. Otherwise you're fined, right? But also, I understand the whole theory behind the whole mask situation. But at the same time also, I'm not being funny, but when you wear that mask for a very long time, because the way that our body is designed, you breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. So when you're wearing this mask for lengthy periods of time, you're actually breathing back in the waste product, which is carbon dioxide. You're breathing that in, and that makes you feel dizzy and sick. That it actually makes you feel dizzy and sick. If those of you guys who've actually been wearing masks, you can testify that the wearing the mask can, for a long period of time, can actually make you feel very sick. There's times when I've had to take off my mask and drink water because I'm just dizzy and feeling like as if I'm going to be sick. But anyway, MedJ is saying, let's not get discouraged. On the other hand, it won't help if we keep digging our heads in the sand. Africa has a sanctuary product, and we put away too much salt and palm oil in our dishes, plus eating with hands. Yeah, so there's issues around water and sanitation here on the continent, as you mentioned, and I've done extensive research on this because I did a master's study and in Ghana, and basically I was looking at how I can improve the lifestyle, how I could impact change in Ghana, because in Accra specifically, there was an increasing trend in stroke and cardiovascular events. And we're seeing that trend across the African continent. So that if we don't put the measures in place to change this, like we're going to just be rigged with more and more diseases. And already, you know that the health system here is compromised. So you can just imagine. Dr. Arikana has the plan and vision, and is something that I will help bring us all together, will help bring us all together and make Africa great again. And we must all chip in and join this movement she has started. Most definitely, I need to look more into that. I know she has started something trying to mobilize us. I need to look more into that. Mushroom Baines, Africa always has sanctity. Sanctity? Okay. Rakundo is saying the palm oil, the palm oil. God. Ben Carl, why are European leaders allowed to suspend vaccines from Austria, Zeneca, for further studies? But if any African leaders did that, they would be crucified. Listen, you know, it's one rule for one rule for Africa, isn't it? It's a different rule for Africa, isn't it? Guys, I should know what to say about that, but we all know what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, they're going to put their people first. Like, we dating, like, back, you know that Africans have been used as guinea pigs for so long. Like, we are the Africa is like the guinea pig for all these different experiments with different medication and different things. So for them, it's like, right, let's give it to Africa and get the results. We're not going to use it in ourselves until we have sufficient studies to back this up. They're going to protect their own at the end of the day. That it's always been that. Okay. Mark Tracy's in the building. Only problem I see in Tanzania was allowing the white folks from UK, Europe coming to Africa straight. Super spreaders, UK whites fled to America and bought a 3-4 different strains. I know a lot of people from the UK fled. They definitely fled. Okay. If Africans were to produce a vaccine, would you take it? Interesting question. Like I'm just observing everything that's happening. I'm just in my corner observing everything, guys. You know, that's a question I'd like to throw out to you guys. If Africans were to produce a vaccine, would you take it? Are you talking about a COVID vaccine or any vaccine? Let me know in the comments. All right. Okay, I'm almost here an hour, guys. I will be rounding up shortly. South Africa, every white people's ghost. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. If you haven't already done so, please smash the like button. Right, I'm trying to go through all your comments, guys. Okay. He had the president have problems. America, Europe, UK is being hit the hardest, especially the UK, Israel. Kerry-Ann, once again, unless, okay, let's have a look. Okay. Kerry-Ann, once again, unless your water source comes straight from a glacier like mine, 90% of the time, you're going to have to purify your water just like everyone else doing, otherwise you'll get sick. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. And for this project that I'm doing, the water is coming from a spring, but I still need to have it analyzed to make sure that everything's okay with the water before we continue with the project. Okay. Okay. Let us define what healthcare is. Get rid of all who want to in black skin but have oh my God. Right, I'm seeing your super chats. I can't bring them up on the screen for some reason, but thank you so much for the super chats. Very much appreciated. If you haven't already done so, can you please smash that like button? We've got a super chat from Ingrid. Thank you so much, Ingrid. I really do appreciate your support. Very much appreciated. I know you're one of my supporters. Always seen you in my lives. And yeah, Ingrid is saying, keep up the good work, Lady Visionary. Thank you. I am really trying. Trust me, it's not easy. Guys, it is not easy, but I'm trying. You guys, there's so much I need to tell you guys. There's so much, but that's for another live, or that's for like another video, right? There's so much. When you're on the ground, you discover so much, guys. You discover the realities of what we're dealing with, and it's very, very serious. Very, very serious, very, very exciting, and some parts very, very heartbreaking. That is the reality. Ingrid is saying, 26 watching, 16 likes. Hit the like button, fam. This is it, you know. There's so many people that watch my channel, Ingrid. So many people that keep coming back, watching my channel, commenting, and then not yet subscribed. You know what I mean? And, you know, sometimes it's heartbreaking because I know a lot of the times it's our people. Like, that's what the Black community that we lack so much, is supporting one another. But although we are seeing that change, but we need more. We need more. Come on, guys, support. All you have to do is smash that like button, okay? It is free. Okay, Tisha is saying, we do not need nor want our enemies to come in our house and fix anything. As a man, I will fix my own house. So Lady V, keep doing things to help our own people. Most definitely, because I'm not being funny, but like, a lot of the times we, like, what's been kind of fed to Africa is that whole idea of let's wait on them to do it for Africa. Even on the continent, we're waiting for that whole the white savior. You know, we know the white savior complex. And when you talk to some people here on the continent, you realize that actually there's a lot of education and relearning that needs to be done, because these people are waiting for white saviors. So that's why we, the diaspora and the continental Africans, need to work together and change that narrative. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to believe that we can do it. Because a lot of even the, for example, this water project that I'm going to be doing, right? A lot of the times these are done by, you know, foreigners that don't look like me and you, coming in and just saying, oh, we want to bring water to these poor African people. You know, they, like, why can't we do it for ourselves? Why can't we mobilize as a force and do this? Why do we have to wait for the whites or whoever to come in and say, right, oh yeah, these poor Africans, they need clean water, let's do it for them. And it keeps reinforcing that thing that, oh, Africans, they can't do anything for themselves. We have to do it. And that's why they have this relationship with us. They're like, they can't let us go because, you know, that there's that, they feel like, no, we've been, like, these people have been dependent on us. We've been providing this, but we have everything that we need and we can do it. It's just that we just need to unify, come together and do it. This water project is a big project. It's a very big project. I need to mobilize people, as I said. I need to fundraise money. I'm going to put a GoFundMe page together. You know, I need to raise approximately $3,000 to put everything in place. And within 2-3 weeks, I can be, anyway, I'm going to be documenting everything. And it's crazy to think that within 2-3 weeks, this water project can be finished. People from a village can have access to clean water. And it's not going to be done by a white person coming in to save Africa. Lady Visionary and my supporters, we are going to do this. Guys, I feel really emotional right now. Anyway, I'm going to round up. Okay. I'm seeing you guys. Lots of comments. Thank you so much for your interactions, guys. There's so many comments. But I am going to be finishing up now. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Mushroom Baines, thank you so much. I know you're one of my supporters as well. I see you sometimes. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while though. It's a miracle that we are still alive. I give my heart and soul to the Creator. Our answers. Yes. Basically, that just leads on from what I was saying, just about, you know, what Black people have been through, you know, slavery and everything like that, what we have endured, even in, like even today, like the racism that we experience, everything that we still have to endure. People don't think, or some of our white counterparts don't think that we are worthy to be on this earth. You know, if you cut us, blood comes out. If you cut them, blood comes out. You know, but for some reason, people will say jealousy, people will say so many things, but for some reason, we are still fighting for equality. And for me, that is so sad. So sad. But at the same time, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm not going to let that stop me to be the best person that I need to be. Right? I'm not going to let that stop me in terms of helping my people, supporting my people, and influencing change on the continent. That is their problem. If they don't like me because of the color of my skin, that is their problem, right? My problem is my people and influencing change amongst my people and making an impact before I expire, right? That is my purpose. This is the big wealth transfer in history. Everything is connected. Do your research, guys. Right. Yes, it really is. How can one help your mission? That's a very good question. Okay, I'm seeing lots of comments, but I'm just selecting different comments because I need to round up. How can one support my mission? How you can support my mission? I am going to be doing a GoFundMe. I haven't created a GoFundMe as yet because I just want to put some more information together. As I said, I have spoken to local leaders here on the ground in the Northern Province who are supporting my project, the water project of bringing clean water to a village here in the Northern Province. I've already spoken to them. They're on board. They know what I'm doing, right? We're going to need financial support on this one, okay? And guys, I'm going to be documenting everything so you guys can see what is happening as the project develops, as we bring water from the spring to this village, right? So you can support via PayPal. The PayPal details are running across the screen. They're also in the description box. Just reference the water project. I haven't come up with a name as yet, but just for now, just reference water project because this project is going ahead. It is happening. I just need to put everything together and set up the GoFundMe page. But if you're in Rwanda, you can always come and help. We need hands to dig because there's going to be a lot of digging to put all the pipes in. So if you're in Rwanda and you want to come and help, then you can come over and support us that way as well. Yeah, like even like some people notice that I do get so emotional sometimes because it's really sad. But I don't want to I just want to stay focused in terms of what I want to do. That's the best thing, staying focused. Because when you really think about everything that we've been through and even everything that we're going through now, it's really sad and it's really heartbreaking. And even when you look at the continent and you see how rich we are in terms of like resources and everything that we have, but yet the issues that we're facing here is just like, this should not be happening. We have everything that we need. And so many other countries are pulling from us, feeding from us, bleeding Mother Africa, but we need to be benefiting from our Mother Africa. We have everything that we need. Nobody should be suffering from poverty. Nobody. We have everything that we need for our people. Yes, most definitely agree. Most definitely. Okay, Rukunde saying another problem when Westerners try to solve our problems, they don't understand us. And if you don't listen to the people to understand what they go through, your solutions will be off base. That's true. You have to be on the ground. That's what I've learned. You have to be on the ground because even with the water project, guys, I keep going back to this because I got someone to do a quote in terms of how much money is going to require in order to bring water from this place down to the village, right? And people saw what was going on, villagers saw what was going on, and already they're excited. They're excited because that's something that they wanted, but they don't have the finances to do, right? So you have to know the problems of the people. You can't just come. And a lot of the times, a lot of the NGOs that come to Africa, they have their own motives. For them, they just want to pocket a lot of the money. Let's just be real. And that's what's been happening for years and years and years. They fundraise and they pocket the money. Do you know what I mean? They don't really connect with the problems of our people. Let's just be honest, right? So when you come here and you say you want to influence change, you have to connect with the people. You have to know what the problems are on the ground, and you have to think, okay, what are the problems? Through talking to the local people, through observing what are the problems and how can I bring about a solution. Okay, right. Guys, have you smashed that like button? Have you smashed that like button? Right. Guys, I think that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this live. I really appreciate your input. I've seen so many of you guys in the lives. I've seen so many of you guys even joining now as I'm about to finish up. Thank you so much, guys. I've seen all of you guys in the comments. Thank you all for your contributions. Thank you all for your ongoing support and love. I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing and, you know, supporting me on this channel. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you. Like the projects that I'm going to be doing here, or I have already started here, like a lot of you guys have given me support. I cannot deny that. And I really do appreciate it. And going forward, I really hope that we can unite as a force, you know, stop this blame game. Let's just think about how we can work together collectively and, you know, just influence change. Like, you know, this was all about the passing of Magufuli. We are so saddened by what has happened. We did not expect this. But as many of you guys say, we can't allow this to hinder us and what we stand for and what we want to do. So many of us from the diaspora have mobilized, come together. We have, you know, we're on this movement of coming back home and, you know, trying to make an impact, trying to make a difference. Don't let this hinder us, because we're coming and we're coming with a force. We're aware of everything that's happening and nothing is going to stop us. So, you know, guys, thank you so much. I just saw a super chat right here. So I just want to say, Miles, thank you so much for that super chat. It's very much appreciated. I'm humbled by your mission, young goddess. Thank you so much. It's not an easy thing, I must say, but I'm pushing through and I definitely will get there. I know it with your help, guys, and your support. Keep on supporting. If you can't support financially, that is fine. Just keep on liking my video, keep on watching my videos, keep on sharing my videos. Get a family member or a friend to subscribe and join the movement here on the channel. Join the visionary family. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all, and take care, and I'll see you again in the next one. Until next time, guys. Bye. Bye.